The sexual assault trial of 5 former World Junior hockey players has spent a fair bit of time going over evidence collected from phones. Michael McLeod, Alex Formanton, Carter Hart, Dylan Dubé, and Cal Foote are all charged with sexually assaulting a woman known as EM in a London, Ontario hotel room back in June of 2018. They've all pleaded not guilty. One of the exhibits is an 11-person group chat that started on June 26, 2018, and it started just as the players learned that Hockey Canada was investigating the allegations. There were messages like this from Michael McLeod. "We all need to say the same thing if we get interviewed. Can't have different stories or make anything up." And this one from Brett Howden. "All we have to say is someone brought the girl back to the room. We were all in there ordering food, and then this girl started begging everyone to have sex with her. Nobody would do it. But then as time went on, she gave 3 guys oral sex. Once things started to get out of hand, we all left and got her out." So how does a defense lawyer who isn't involved in this case view these texts?
Are these guys getting together to collude to create a narrative that assists them because they know they've done something that's questionable, if not just wrong? Or is this a situation where they're concerned about, something that was consensual? And they felt it was consensual at the time, but now they're looking back and they're a little bit worried that maybe they could be the victims of false allegations.
And then there are the videos taken from McLeod's phone of EM, roughly an hour apart, in which he asks her if she's okay or if she consents. Lawyer Sam Puhala isn't involved in the case, but she's been watching this trial very closely.
I've had a lot of members of the public ask me, why is it that we're even coming to a trial if there are videos that confirm her consent? And I think something that's really important for the public to be reminded of, I know lawyers have spoken up about this before, is that just because a video is recorded of you saying that you were fine with something that happened doesn't mean that you were consenting at the time of the act.
McLeod tracked EM down on Instagram, and then the two started communicating over text. McLeod really asked EM to try to shut down the police investigation. "You said you were having fun," he writes. She replied, "I was really drunk, didn't feel good about it at all after, but I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble. I know I was in the wrong too." Defense lawyer Nick Cake, also not involved in this case, has this take on that exchange.
I mean, the texts start at 10:51 in the morning, and they go, sure, until 7:40, but the majority of the texts are sent between that 10:51 to about 12:30-ish. And ultimately, you can see that EM is like, "Hey, I can't talk right now. I'm at work. I'm sorry. I'm unavailable." And he's like, "Are you going to fix this? Are you going to do it today? What are you going to say to the police? When did you call them? Talk to your mom." And it's kind of like, wow. You can definitely see Mr. McLeod is, pushing away at EM. And so I think that these text messages are a fantastic way to frame what obviously the Crown will be pushing as the power dynamic inside that hotel room.
The Crown and the defense teams may use some of these exhibits to try and argue their cases, but ultimately it's going to fall to Justice Maria Caracia to really apply them to the constellation of evidence that she's heard throughout this entire trial.